Convincing ourselves that training is easy is actually one of the best things you can do for your mindset. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys a little bit about this today. And this is absolutely a mindset and a mental programming thing. But one of the things that I've noticed over the years is that the guys who really seem to need to psych themselves up, who rely on all of that motivation, that drive, they have to have the crazy music. They have to have the pre-workout. They have to have all of these things, and they do the whole beast mode. And I'm not picking on Chris Jones, by the way. I like Chris, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He's not the only person who uses that term, but they have that mindset. They're the ones who burn out. They're the ones who have the problems, and also when you psych yourself up to that degree, your form starts to get bad. Form degrades. All sorts of problems happen. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying training isn't hard. Like, you just saw me hit failure right there on a set of weighted chins, and I'm supersetting those with heavy benching. So that is relatively hard training. I mean, weighted chin ups, I'm almost 50 years old, cranking out work sets on weighted chins and going to failure. Here I am doing rep work with 500 pounds on a deadlift. This is hard training. I don't believe that I train hard, though. And I tell myself that this isn't hard. Like, I do this, I go, it's a set of 5 with 500 pounds. I could grind out more if I need to. Okay? And for a lot of people, like, yeah, that's crazy. But here's the thing. By taking this sort of approach, guess what happens? You're more consistent. It helps you program yourself to stay consistent. Because if you really don't think training is that hard, okay, instead of saying, oh man, I train so hard, no. Convince yourself the opposite. It's just training, guys. It's just lifting weights. You know what? It gets easier. Okay? It gets easier. And that's a big part of it too, is believing that it's not hard allows us to ingrain those habits. And I'm not telling you shouldn't be focused. I'm not telling you shouldn't be training hard. I'm training pretty dang hard in these videos right here. Right? I'm training decently hard. Okay? But I tell myself, this is easy. I mean, look at Ronnie Coleman. Look how that man trained. You see him all the time. Lightweight, yeah, buddy. Nothing but a peanut. Do you think that helped him? I think it did. He would lift 800 pounds and be like a lightweight. And he'd say, I call it lightweight because it is lightweight. Do you think he believed that? I think he did. And I think that you can convince yourself of these things. And I think it matters. Because that is important. And that's the other thing, too, that I talk about with training in a way to where you hopefully don't get too much DOMs. You don't feel too beat up. We need to train hard, but this is why we've got to watch our volumes. We've got to watch our overuse. Okay? Because it's the same thing. If you walk into workouts hurting all the time, guess what? This is not good for your psychological programming. It's not good for your mindset. Because consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. Right? And when I say that we can live at 90% effort, I really mean that. Now, what's that 90% mean? Does that mean you need to only give 90% on sets? Yeah, if you're going to do a fair amount of volume, it does. But what if you don't? What if you're taking sets close to failure or very, very close? Well, that's more than 90%. I mean, I hit failure on those weighted chins there. That's 100%. Okay? I hit failure. Now, where people say, but you didn't strain and swing and grind, that's because that's not what failure means. Failure means you go to complete a rep with good form and the weight just stops moving. Right? That's failure. Like, I just stopped going. It didn't work. I went to do that rep and just stopped moving, all contracting as hard as I could. You don't have to cheat. Okay? That's what failure means. Or do we take these sets, like on some of the benching and the squats, where you go, if I would have gone for one more rep, it would have been an ugly grind. That's the most reps I can do with good form. So that's how it felt on those squats. You're starting to feel that form start to degrade just a hair. It's like, okay, that's it, we're done. Because we're moving big weights, especially big weights on top of you. Form starting to break down, technical failure is failure. Because you don't want that to get catawampus. So again, your mindset's important, because if we're focused and we're not thinking how hard this is, how heavy this weight is, we're focused on clean technique, moving that weight correctly, contracting the muscles that we want to contract. We're focused on that because we aren't having to just psych ourselves up all the time. We're focused on moving that weight correctly, keeping everything tight, pausing on that benching, right? Making sure that bar path is good, squeezing the hell out of that bar. We can focus on those things. We can focus on the things that matter to give us quality, because we don't have to psych ourselves up because we don't think it's that hard anymore. Then we can come in and really train hard, really train focused. And like you see here, you can do a set of, it was my last set, so I did take it to failure. To where we can do high quality sets like that, okay? Because we're not worried about the other. We're not worried about having to just dig in so deep, all right? And when you have the mindset that the training is not hard, even if you are training hard, it becomes more enjoyable. It becomes a more pleasant experience. And if we truly enjoy training, guess what? We're going to be way more consistent, okay? We're going to have a better quality of life from it, And like the stuff I'm doing in this video, I enjoy this stuff. I don't like squats so much. The deadlifting, the benching, the chins, I enjoy that, right? To me, this is fun because I don't think it's hard. We just get in and do it, and then it just becomes part of our life. Becomes part of our life. Because training, if we really want to do this, we've got to approach a mindset. If we want to make this a lifelong endeavor, we have to have that mindset that it's a pleasurable, enjoyable experience. Yes, it can be discomfort. There can be discomfort. We're not always going to be comfortable, right? Deadlifting 500 for reps is not a comfortable thing. But it can be an enjoyable thing. But when we tell ourselves it's hard and we're having to go 100% and all of that, it starts to lose its joy. Okay? And there should be joy. This should be a positive experience. Lifting weights and training, because of all the benefits it brings us, we have to approach a mindset that allows us to enjoy it. And telling yourselves that it's hard and difficult is not how you get that mindset. Telling yourself that it's easy, it's fun, getting some honest work done, okay? And it becomes part of our routine. That can make it more enjoyable. Makes it something we look forward to. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.